Welcome everyone to today's video of the Chelmsford High School girls tennis match. We're here at Chelmsford High School. The Lions, Lady Lions, are doing battle as we speak with the Rangers of Methuen High School on a very bright but windy day at Chelmsford High School. Just underway. If you're not familiar with the scoring of a high school tennis match, it's a 5-point match. There are 3 singles and 2 doubles. The winners of each of those gets a point. Obviously, you need 3 points to win the match. We're watching right now a doubles match which features for the Lions Erin Sullivan and Samantha Pelosi. And they're playing Karen Erickson and Kelly Driscoll. Kelly closest to the net. This is Karen Erickson serving. And the Lions, this match just started. Nice return and good action at the net, and that ball was just in. A nice shot there by the Lions' Pelosi, Samantha Pelosi. Doubles is doubles action today, featuring Erin Sullivan, who usually is the Lions' number 2 player. She's moved into the doubles competition because of a shoulder injury, which allows her to serve a little bit less. Lions are doubling up today on their action. They're playing this match against the Rangers Methuen, and later on today they're going to entertain Central Catholic. So a busy week with all the rainouts and so forth. And that was a double service fault by the Rangers, which gives the point to the Lions. In some of the other singles action at the moment, Lauren Forney is up 3-0 on her opponent, which is Rosalind O'Connor, and she's off to a great start for the Lions. We'll catch a little bit of that match in just a couple of moments. Playing number 2 for Chelmsford today, Jen Byrne against Katie Cosgrove, and Swetha Shanbag is playing number 1 for the Lions today. As you can see now, there's a little break in this action, so maybe we can pick up court number 2, where Lauren Forney is serving, up 3-0. And nice return by Rosalind O'Connor for love 15. Lions this year are 7-4, currently sitting in 2nd place in the Merrimack Valley Large School Conference behind Andover High School. And with a busy week, Coach Kevin Branco is optimistic that the Lion girls will qualify for the tournament, and certainly expect that they will. All right, we're just about back to action now in the doubles. They've changed sides, so we have Erin Sullivan about to serve for Chelmsford. And Erin, nice serve and not returned, so the Lions are up in this game 15-0. They're currently leading 3-0. Erin showing no problems with that shoulder. It's 2 nice serves, and it's 30-0 now. Lions trying to take a commanding 4-0 lead. Third success in a row, and that one's long, so it is now 40-0. Methuen currently at 3 wins and 6 losses, and they're in 5th place in the Merrimack Valley Large School Division. Erin wearing sunglasses today, probably the first time that she's needed those in quite a while. That serve is no good on her first one, so she'll serve it again. And this one is good. And returned, and a nice play at the net by Samantha Pelosi. So the Lions are very much in control in this match. And Methuen will now serve. They're trailing now 4-0 in that match. Lions, nice return again by Pelosi of the Lions. They seem to be very much in control of this match. Maybe we can switch down to court number 4 and take a look at one of the other doubles matches that are currently being played. This is Wafer Mohammed of the Lions and Laura Kalpis. Wafer is a senior, Laura is a sophomore. And Wafer is closest to the net, and this is Laura serving. And completes good serve and just not able to be returned by Wafer at the net. Not sure the point score on this match as the wind has blown the markers so that the score over. Excellent serve that time by Laura. Hard right on the line. Another good forehand return and a nice play on the net by Wafer. And girls look like they're having a good time out there. An excellent hard shot and good return by the Methuen player. And a little bit long by the Lions, Laura Kalpis. Laura again, only a sophomore. She is playing Cairo Messino and Jessica Donovan, I'm sorry. And the first doubles match now is in favor of the Lions, and they're up 5-love. They need to win one more game, and that point goes into the win total for the Lions. And they really haven't been threatened in that match at all. The Lions' number 1 player, Swetha Shanbag, it's a little bit difficult to get our camera down all the way down to the number 1 court. And we'll try to get an update on how she is doing in her match. Maybe, Nate, we can make a switch now up to court number 2. Where we have where we have Lauren Forney again playing Rosalind O'Connor, and Lauren is up 3-love at this point in this match and really in control. This is O'Connor serving to her, and her serve is long on her first serve. Talking with Coach Branco before the match, he expected that the first and second matches, singles, would be very highly contested matches, and he was really relying upon his doubles teams and his third match, Lauren Forney, to come through for him. And so far, they have done that. He seems to have excellent depth in his team this year. Nice shot by Lauren. Lions, as I said, have had a very successful season at 7-4. They look to qualify for the state tournament once again. They are perennially in the state tournament, and hoping that this year will be no different. And Lauren Forney now has gone up in her match 4-love, so she's 2 games away from securing a point for the Lions. Very spirited match with Jen Byrne and Katie Cosgrove, and a nice point there by Jen Byrne. Lions trying to serve out here in first doubles match. See if we can get an update on the first and second singles matches from Coach Branco. First two. Wow, the Lions have won on Jen Burns' court 6-0, and they're up 2-1 on in the first singles match with Swetha. So they're all 5 of the contested matches at the moment. The Lions are doing extremely well. And this is the way I think Coach wanted to start, with another match coming up later on. Try to get the matches over quickly if you can. Save your energy. And face your next opponent in about an hour. Just a little bit off there on that return. Samantha Pelosi. Swetha is a senior, Jen is a senior, Lauren is a junior, Erin and Samantha are juniors. So there are some underclassmen that will be back again to play next year for the Lions. Nice return that time by Karen Erickson from Methuen. Serve was just a little bit long. And that one is good. And good return. Methuen has picked up the pace in this game a little bit now. Playing better. Lions presently lead 2-1 in the second doubles match. Games don't always begin and end at the same time, because they begin at the same time but don't always end there because of the volleys and the length of the games. Strong by Miss Erickson on that shot. Methuen seems to have settled down a little bit, though. They're contesting just a little bit better in this game. But with their backs at the wall, trailing 5-0, it's a real uphill climb. And nice return by Kelly Erickson. And that one looks, oh, it's in, and a great shot on that play by Pelosi. What a nice return. And the Lions have won their the game, so they have picked up a point now with Lauren Forney. She has beaten Rosalind O'Connor. So that's a point in the win column for the Lions. And they're very close to getting their second one here in this doubles match. Nice return by Methuen, and this one looks deep. The wind out, it was in. Nice shot. I think the wind, going against the wind, has really had an effect on the shots. It's a very strong, sustained wind, and it's causing some difficulty for the players. And that's a 6-0 sweep in the doubles action for the Lions, Sullivan and Pelosi. So a nice job by that tandem to pick up a point. So that's the first, and that's their first game. So you have to win 2 games out of 3 in order to get the team point. So they're well on their way to establishing that. 2 wins by the Lions, 46 love, and the doubles team 6 love. So they have a good start. One more of those, and they can take a rest for the afternoon. A little bit long that time. Service by Sullivan, and that one's wide. So Methuen jumps up on this game, love 15. Tennis matches usually take somewhere in the vicinity of an hour to play, depending upon the length of the volleys. Due to all the rain that we've been having, that's why there's such a backup in the number of matches that have to be played. That was a good shot by Sullivan. Good serve right on the line, and excellent put away by Pelosi. Good strong hit by Sullivan, and not returned into the net by Methuen. And the first game in the Forney match goes, the first point in that match goes to her. So there she's up 1-0. She won the first game 6-0. So she needs to win 5 more games, and the Lions have a point. Scoring in tennis a little bit confusing if you don't play the game, but you have to win 2 out of 3 sets. A set is equivalent to 4 points. And there is a tiebreaker system if you're even after the end of those 4 points. Have to win by 2. Left-handed serve by Kelly Driscoll, but into the net. And that one, good serve. And a long return by Pelosi. Right now, I think Methuen would just like to win a game here, having lost the first 7 games. Oh, and it's good. That's an excellent shot there by Kelly Driscoll. I'm sorry, by Karen Erickson. Just inside the line. You can see it in the distance, a very spirited match. Swetha Shanbag of Chelmsford playing at number 1. Try to get an update on her progress. Merrimack Valley Conference, strong girls tennis team out of Andover High School. They have dominated the Merrimack Valley the last 10 to 15 years. Girls teams have been very strong, and no different this year. They're undefeated in the Merrimack Valley. But the Lions have a bright future, so let's little work, a little practice during the summer. Good things might happen next year. Nice volley, nice drop shot by Pelosi for the point. Excellent play. Had both Methuen players on the baseline, and she just stepped up and dropped it. Kevin Branco, the Lions coach, has been the tennis coach here at Chelmsford High School for a number of years. An outstanding record. And does a nice job with the players. Oh, that one came right out of the park. Not surprised, as I indicated before. Very, very windy. The Methuen girls have played better now. They seem to be maybe over that little bus ride up from Methuen, and they seem to be getting stronger. They still have a long way to, big hill to climb, though. Maybe we could catch a little of Nate up in court number 2. Maybe see if we could catch Jen Byrne a little bit doing some battle with Katie Cosgrove. That's a very spirited match. I've been watching it out of the corner of my eye, and very spirited match. And that game just went to Katie Cosgrove. And this is Jen Byrne now about to serve. Jen, an excellent volleyball player, a senior, playing tennis really for the first time this year and doing a nice job. Our second doubles match, 5-1 in favor of the Lions. I stand corrected. That was 6-1 in favor of the Lions. So they have won that game. They need to win one more game, and they will get a point. And that second doubles team is Wafa Mohammed and Laura Kalpas. Jen using the backhand very nicely. and using her height extremely well too. Nice play by Jen. As she did in volleyball, it's been an asset to her in tennis. And Lauren Forney is up 3 games to love, and she needs to win 3 more games, and she will get the first point of the day for Chelmsford. She seems to be moving well, stroking the ball well. She is playing Rosalind O'Connor, and Rosalind just double faulted. There's a nice put away by Jen Byrne. Once again, able to come to the net, and very difficult to get the ball over her. We'll try to pick up now some of that match. The Lauren going to court 2. See if we can pick up some of Lauren's match with Rosalind O'Connor. Rosalind O'Connor serving and returning Lauren nicely. Lauren gets to the ball. She is able to get where she needs to be. It's amazing how hard the girls can hit the ball into the wind. Have to take a little bit of time against it, a little bit of adjustment in the stroke. And Lauren is very much in control in her match. I don't have statistics on the individual season records for the players, but I would suspect that most of the Chelmsford players have done well. Nice get that time by Pelosi of the Lions. Kind of discouraging when you hit a shot that you think is absolutely perfect and it comes back at you. Aaron Sullivan not quite able to return that one. Kind of caught it on the side of the racket, the edge of the racket. You could hear a funny sound. Nice serve that time by Pelosi. I guess they called it out. I thought it was pretty close. That one's good. We'll come back to the doubles match now as they're getting close to a conclusion here. And the girls are going to change sides. And we'll get an update on that score. The wind keeps blowing the scoring markers. They're up 3 games to love, so they need 3 more points, and they have secured point number 2. Lauren Forney is up now 4 games to 1, so a game for Rosalind O'Connor. But still in a very good position is Lauren Forney. She needs to win 2 more games. I'll say one thing for the tennis crowd here. There are a few parents around and very, very quiet. It's seems to be a very quiet group of people, but very attentive group of people as well. Sometimes when you get a big lead like Lauren has and Erin and Samantha have, you lose your concentration just a little bit. You've had so much success, sometimes it's difficult to sustain your focus. Just missed at the net by Pelosi. She had the right idea, just a little bit quick on the execution. But she hasn't missed many. Nice backhand return. Backhand again, and it was out. So that's a point for the Lions. Oh, nice return that time by Erickson. Just short of, almost had that one. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Lauren Forney is serving for the first team point of the day. And she's up 15-love in this game. 3 more points, and I think she will get the first team point for the Lions. So it's 15-15. Let's switch back up to Lauren. Maybe catch some of Lauren's game as she's about to hopefully finish this one off. As you see in high school, unlike the at Wimbledon, the girls have to shag down their own tennis balls. Here we go. This is first service and second serve. And it is now 30-15, so she needs 2 more points. Let's see how she handles the end of this. Nice return. She had the Methuen player going the wrong way, but she adjusted nicely. So it's now 30-30. And that ball just came through. I think it hit the top of the net and came over. For a point for Lauren. It is now tied at 40-40, so they has to get 2. I'm sorry, that was a game for Methuen, so it's 5-2. Lauren still needs 1 more. And she will be on the receiving end of Rosalind O'Connor's serve. And she's up now, love 15. A lot of activity going on around the tennis courts at the moment, certainly with the construction of the new auditorium here at Chelmsford High School. Some people playing basketball in the distance, some street hockey going on. Busy place. Lauren would take a couple more of those. And she got 1 more. So a point giveaway for Lauren. And that's something that's certainly very good. Nice return here. I just caught out of the corner of my eye by Erin Sullivan. They're up 5 games to love in their doubles match. They need to win 1 more game, and we're about to wrap up a couple of matches here. And a nice return by Lauren. And I believe she is 1 point away from wrapping this one up. And Driscoll needs to Cosgrove needs to put this one into play. And she did not. So that's the game and the set. And the match goes to Lauren Forney, the first point for Chelmsford. They need 2 more. Excellent job. She won 6-love and 6-2 to take in straight sets to take her match. And we're going to wrap up now on the next doubles match right down here in front of us. They're very close to ending it. Waiting for the wind to stop a little bit. Even throwing the ball up in the air is on the serve is very difficult. Kelly Driscoll serving, Samantha Pelosi returning, and just out of the reach of Erin Sullivan. Erin made a nice try on that, but just not able to get it back. As I said, Erin is a junior. Be back next year. If anything, I think it's getting windier up here. I know it's getting a little colder, Nate. Nate's working the camera and doing a great job trying to keep the camera steady, keep himself from blowing off the top. We're on the top of the truck. The Jen Byrne match has wrapped up. I can't see the score on that one. We'll try to get a report on how that point came out. So we have 2 matches over and 3 still going on, but one of them fairly near completion. You can even feel the truck rocking up here now with the wind blowing. And it's really making it difficult to play. I can see the frustration on the faces of some of the girls trying to serve. Erin Sullivan, the return. Once again, Erin. And a third time. And a nice shot, a put away on the 4th one. Nice shot by Erin that time. And that ended, what a nice way to end. A shot by Erin Sullivan, and the point goes to the Lions. So they have secured 2 of the 5. And I believe that Jen Byrne was also a winner. I'm not sure of that. We'll have to wait and see. Yeah. We're going to switch down now to the other existing doubles match. This one is Wafer Muhammad, Laura Kalpas, and they also have a big lead in their match as well. This is Wafer Muhammad serving. And a nice serve and good point. So the Lion girls, ladies, about half done with their afternoon's work. They do have one more coming up with Central Catholic just as soon as this one is over. Nice shot by Mohammed again. She is a senior playing with Laura Kalpis, who is a sophomore. Their opponents, Carol Messino and Jessica Donovan. Little shot on that serve by Muhammad. And Wafer gets that one in, and the return was out. So a good point again. Wafer has served well in the time that we've been watching her. This serve is in. Kalpis at the net. Mohammed, nice teamwork. And again, Mohammed, Kalpis, this is a nice rally and point for the Lions. Well played by both teams. This was just a matter today of the depth of Chelmsford overcoming Methuen. Lions just too strong overall team-wise. Let's hope that success carries forward in the next match with Central Catholic. Nice return by Kalpis there. She hit that one really hard, and Donovan didn't have much of a chance to return that at all. Service very long. Once again, fighting the wind. And that one was better. But a point for Chelmsford. Nice play by Muhammad. Nice backhand right on the line. No chance at all for Methuen to return that. And that's a couple more games for the Lions. They've got to be very close to finishing this one off too. Can't get a score on this one because the scoreboard is inoperative. The only other match still going on, Swetha Schanbag and Han Nguyen playing at number 1 singles, and they're battling each other. Lions got lucky on that one. Just hit the net, dribbled over, and it's a point. Sometimes It's nice to have some luck on your side. Although in this particular occasion, I don't really think they need it. Kalpis is serving. Nice return, Methuen. Swing and a miss, but Kalpis is there to back it up, and a nice play at the net by Muhammad again. And she hit that one. She couldn't quite make it 3 in a row. So nice volley there by the Methuen Rangers. Jessica Donovan, Cairo Messino. Nice get by Kalpis, not quite able to get it over the net. Methuen coming up with a couple of points here. Girls tennis season from the months of April and May, sometimes into June if they qualify for the state tournament. But the season for most of these tennis players doesn't end, they just keep playing. Nice serve by Kalpis and a nice return by Muhammad. So a point for the Lions. A player at the net can really have an impact. If they can reach the ball, they have a great chance to put the point away. And just a hole in the racket that time for wait for. A little bit long on that serve. And a little short on that one. It seems like the girls that are serving with the wind are having more difficulty than the ones that are serving against the wind. And right now it's the Lions with it, and it's causing some problems. Jen Byrne was a winner. Just had a confirmation of that from Coach Branco, and trailing in the first set at the moment, but very closely contested. But the Lions have won their match. They've gotten their 3 points. Regardless of what happens in the matches that are still going on, Chelmsford is victorious on the day. So they up their record now to 8-4 on the season, and hopefully looking for one more with Central Catholic later on today. That was about 8 tosses that the Methuen player made with the ball that time, trying to serve it. It just can't get it to come down in the right place. And she's still having difficulty. This doubles match with Wafer Mohammed and Laura Kalpas of the Lions. Jen Byrne a winner, Lauren Forney a winner, Erin Sullivan and Samantha Pelosi in the doubles. They were winners as well. And Miss Donovan is having all kinds of difficulty trying to serve this ball. She gets that one in. And that is the final point, and the Lions have picked up point number 4 out of 5 on the day. The only one remaining is the first singles, and that one is Swetha Schanbag, and she is playing against Han Nguyen. So the Lions are winners in today's first match. They will rest up a little bit, get ready to play Central. The last match of the day still being played, and that's the one where in the court on the right, that is Swetha Schanbag of the Lions, a senior. Coach Branco thought that this one might be a very close match when the day started, and it has turned out to be just that, a close match. Two girls, very excellent tennis players. Nguyen serving. High school tennis, unlike many of the other high school sports, the refereeing is done by the participants themselves. So it's certainly an honor system for the players. They call inbounds or out of bounds. And that is certainly unusual in high school sports. In golf they do it, and in tennis they do it. I don't think they do it in any other high school sports, though, or any other sports that I can think of. And for the most part, it seems to go quite well. You can see the pace that these two ladies are playing at. They are really firing the ball at each other. Attempted drop shot that time by Swetha, and it didn't quite come out as she had hoped. A game can go as long, a point rather, can go as long as 5 sets. Sorry, 3 sets, best 2 out of 3. Gets the point for her team. By playing number 1 singles, you obviously matched up every match against the best player on the opposing team. And Swetha's been out there a long time, and she's going to have to do it again in a short time after a brief rest. Excellent get that time by Nguyen, and an excellent return by Swetha. These girls are back at the baseline for most of their rally, and really able to chase the ball down, able to use the forehand, backhand very nicely. That was an excellent volley that time. Both players making good shots. And a double fault by Nguyen that time. Very unusual for that to happen. So it's a point for Swetha. Swetha wearing a knee brace. Not sure exactly what her injury is or was, but she seems to be able to move quite well. That was a great backhand. She uses her backhand extremely well. And comes up and not quite able to get to that shot. And it's a let service. Hit the net, went over the net into the court, but you can't do that on the serve. And she gets one more. And that one's in play. And nice return by Swetha and for the point. These two girls have been out there now over an hour battling with each other. Another excellent rally. Nice return by Swetha. And that was a great volley. Both girls, once again. Getting tired just watching them. Nguyen's had a little bit of trouble with her first serve, getting it in play. But once she gets the serve in play, she has hit some excellent shots. Very nice dig at the baseline that time. And long. And once again, Nguyen having trouble with that first serve. And a point that time for Swetha. And the return just a little bit long. And that was an excellent first serve that time by Nguyen. Oh, a nice return. Even though the ball hit the net, she was able to track it down. And long. Good point, Swetha. Seems strange to look out in front of me and see all the tennis courts and all the people, and just about 10-15 feet behind me, nothing but dirt and stones and brick. High school under construction. If you haven't seen it, boy, it is quite different. Hopefully in about a year things will settle down a little bit. But a nice addition to the Chelmsford High School building itself will be the auditorium. This has been a long game. I apologize for not being able to update you on the actual score of this game, but this has been one that has gone on for a long time. And that game ended with a game win for Nguyen. And they're going to take a short break here, I believe. Okay, we are going to also take a break now. We're going to wrap up our tennis coverage for today. It's been a real pleasure to be able to bring this action, and hope that you'll be able to enjoy it. Bruce Byam, cameraman Nate, and Tom Peterson down in the truck. It's been a pleasure for us. We've enjoyed it. The girls have played well. The Lions have defeated Methuen, and we hope to be able to come back and see you again real soon. So thank you very much for joining us, and congratulations to the Chelmsford Lions girls tennis team.